save you now.
Cynic is gay.
Goth is just a phase. I'm making this outfit's fun, but come on. Total phase.
White guilt poster child. I really need Chad Clamhammer tonight. Welcome to Comics Group.
Goth is just a phase, man. Just a phase. But hey, Dr. Ben's Comics gets it.
Comics Group is here to save you. Comics Group is here to save you now.
Cynic is gay.
Goth is just a phase. I'm making this outfit's fun, but come on. Total phase.
White guilt poster child. I really need Chad Clamhammer tonight. Welcome to Comics Group.
Goth is just a phase, man. Just a phase. But hey, Dr. Ben's Comics gets it.
Comics Group is here to save you. Comics Group is here to save you now.
Cynic is gay.
Goth is just a phase. I'm making this outfit's fun, but come on. Total phase.
White guilt poster child. I really need Chad Clamhammer tonight. Welcome to Comics Group.
Goth is just a phase, man. Just a phase. But hey, Dr. Ben's Comics gets it.
Comics Group is here to save you. Comics Group is here to save you now.
Cynic is gay.
Goth is just a phase. I'm making this outfit's fun, but come on. Total phase.
White guilt poster child. I really need Chad Clamhammer tonight. Welcome to Comics Group.
Goth is just a phase, man. Just a phase. But hey, Dr. Ben's Comics gets it.
Comics Group is here to save you. Comics Group is here to save you now.
Cynic is gay.
Goth is just a phase. I'm making this outfit's fun, but come on. Total phase.
White guilt poster.
Oh shit! You son of a bitch. I probably have to take that off. Because I was trying to mute the motherfucker. I guess I should have pulled it up, and I don't know. Son of a bitch. Welcome, Susie. We got Susie. Welcome, Mass Ramen. Time to fart. Let's go. I'm just kind of waiting for a second to see. Well, yeah, I had to set it a little later because I needed to get cleaned up, kind of washed up too. I'm not washed up, but I got myself cleaned up. Let's see. I'm just trying to, y'all know how it goes. I haven't mastered. I don't know how to freaking. I don't know how they do the. People have like long 20-minute freaking intros or something. Let's see. So I'll take this and so I was trying to freaking. Okay, what did somebody say here? Same. Yeah, like I don't know. I know how Omer told me he does it. So he picks out something and has it going and he just starts playing and then goes live. But they don't explain to me when you ain't gone live yet. There's plenty of channels that do it. I guess I could, and I know some of the people well enough that I could DM them and ask them, how the fuck are you doing that? Like, there'll be like a 20 or 30-minute space before you ever go live. And it'll be playing like clips that people have put together with music and all that. And like if I had that made, I still wouldn't know. How do I get that to play? Wait, I think I know how. You set it up as like I don't know. Shit. Let's not worry about all that. And I can't promise you I'll fart today. I was farting a little bit earlier. I was constipated yesterday. I know everybody wants to hear about that. They just want to hear about my bowel movements. But hell, I farted on camera last week, so it's all good. And I've only really been. I started a few minutes early. I'd set it for 1:30, then I set it for 1:51, and shit, it's 1:55 now. So what is it we're doing here? I kind of, yesterday I had y'all. Let me know if you hear me okay. I just turned the volume up a little bit more too. I'm just on a phone, doing my thing, trying to maintain. And then we got Mass Ramen entered last week, and so did Subjugate's Comics. And Subjugate said yesterday. So apparently he's doing a show right now. He does a show on Saturdays around the same time. But he entered also. So Susie, if you don't know, I don't know where you're at particularly, but and you don't have to dox yourself or anything. But giving that away today. I was going to give it away last week, and we had Subjugate and Mass Ramen, and then Subjugate said, "Why don't you promote tell everybody on X, hey, I'm going to pick a name on this coming Saturday." We'll see if anybody shows up and wants. So I guess right now, if you're listening, and I put it back in the package that it originally came in. If you are listening right now, sound is good. Okay, thanks. Appreciate it. And I have my unbothered shirt on today. So I'm trying to be unbothered, although earlier I was a little freaking irritated and couldn't quite understand why. It'd be like, this is 2 weeks in a row now. No, wait. I believe this is 3, if I remember correctly, because I believe the week before I did it all by myself. I did one and I was by myself, but it turned out pretty good too. So 420, everybody. Sound is good. And I guess I better, see, that's what I was talking about. I'm still learning stuff, still trying to figure things. I'm still learning stuff, still trying to figure things out on my own. So it's just like a glorified phone. Keep losing people. There was only because sometimes he's just streaming and he's just being real and it don't have a lot of people in there. But somebody was trying to jab at him and make fun and say, well, you're you only got this many. And then he stopped and said, look, it's about the one person that gets, like, if I'm connecting with one person, that's all that really should matter. You know, if you get something out of this, if you're entertained, if you like talking back and forth in the chat with me, or you've ever came on the panel, you know what I mean? And I've said that plenty of times. That's really what I do YouTube for. But I'm enjoying trying to, like, I'm really enjoying, and now I'm a little bit behind on creating a video per se about any of the books I have. But, you know what I could do today, since it's a comics group, I could get just maybe one day when I'm just doing it by myself, nobody shows up, we'll just see. I do have, you know what I mean? I really need to get a damn actual box for the comics, a comic box, like, ugh. But then, I realized that sometimes, like, I've got some things that are bigger size, but, generally most of everything I have is collected editions or like graphic novel size. But then I do have a lot of floppies too. Not a lot, but let's shut up, Gray Cloud. Let's shut up. Let me find something to play real quick. I kind of want to play something because let's show you. If you weren't here right at the beginning, let's see here. Let's see old Dr. Ben again.
Goth is just a phase, man. Just a phase. But hey, Dr. Ben's Comics gets it.
Dr. Ben's Comics gets it. Boy, he gets it. Look at this.
Goth is just a phase, man. Just a phase. But hey, Dr. Ben's Comics gets it.
I hate that his channel, he got struck, I guess, a few days ago. He hadn't really answered about whether exactly, I don't know exactly, maybe. And then if you didn't see this is something I did for an Anunnaki child, or Anunnaki child. But Anunnaki child is someone that we're trying to collaborate and do a show also that'll be talking about aliens, different, interesting topics. Here's one I like.
Into the Gray with Anunnaki Child, covering strange topics.
I think that's going to be nice. So we'll be covering, different, like I said, interdimensional stuff, aliens. I don't know. Really, I'm going to kind of just bounce off of him, because when we talk, we get in all sorts of subjects. It can be he'll talk about the things he knows about comics and stuff, but he ain't really but he collects toys as well. But he's kind of like keeps them in the box. I don't collect really anymore, but I have a bunch of action figures and stuff. And I was showing some off yesterday. Let's see. So he's not here yet, but let's go for that.
I am Dennis Rodriguez.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm a little, I'm trying to figure out, is this a solo mission, or I might as well treat every stream as a solo mission. Gray Solo. That'd be my Star Wars name, I guess. Gray Solo Cloud. I got the middle name. That's what it would be. Because I work into the Gray sounds like a great title for a show. Yeah, that Anunnaki Child came up with that. Like when we talked about, look, let me show you. Yeah, it's going to be like the subject matter it'll be all over the place, kind of like, when you see me stream, sometimes we go, but he's already taken down notes and putting topics down and then yesterday I did a stream and I talked about a topic that's pretty, I don't know, because my channel is a lot of stuff, the main channel. And now I'm seeing the second channel pick up growth. And I think a lot of that has to do with the shorts I'm making, especially with the dogs. People over there are really liking them. So I'm going to just keep kind of just doing something over there to let the channel grow. But right here is where, you got to configure the math. It's like, I'm going to keep it running, But I'm going to pull things back over here. So Saturdays, we definitely are dedicated first and foremost to the comics group. When Anna Nookie Child and I get going, okay, let's see if this is it or not. Now, I did another one with the UFO as well. I think the other one might be the one that I like better. And we're going to see. And, you know, it's not me doing it, it's Grok doing it, but I type it in there. I screenshotted. Well, I didn't screenshot nothing on that, but this is see. Yeah, this one I like better. So does he. That one I like better. So does he. I think that I'll probably end up just and I can't remember. I don't know exactly how old you are, Master Ramen, or should I say, if I believe it's Quentin, isn't it? Something like that. Uh, I just always call you Master Ramen. You know what I'm saying? You can correct me if I'm wrong, though. So, did I show you this one?
You've had it, Ananuki child.
That one's really good. Because like when he goes up against the wall, he kind of looks like an. He really
You've had
looks
it,
like.
Ananuki child.
So that I'm gonna do like that'll be like an intro if he pops in or something. You know, sometimes you just have to stream and screw the rest. I guess I could go in and try to share it. That I've done shared enough today. I've shared through the week. Tried not to overdo it. People either remember or they don't, right? I mean, that's just the case. Let's see here. That ain't what I want to play. Dumbass.
Sometimes it hurts to be alive. Sometimes it hurts just to try to strive. Sometimes I hurt being myself. Sometimes it hurts and it feels like hell. Sometimes it hurts. Sometimes it hurts and I'm alright. Sometimes I don't know what side. Yeah.
Yeah, I was working on that this week. I got to get back to it. So the reason I brought up age was so then you're old enough to have heard of Art Bell, Coast to Coast, and all that. So that's kind of what we're talking about with that deal, as far as doing Into the Gray with Ananuki Child. So the whole idea is that it would be mine and his show. He'd be my co-host. I have the ability. He can stream it over to his channel as well. But he's just started trying to do streaming through the YouTube app. Just like he tried the other day and his battery went dead. Yesterday he did one and I didn't know that he went live. He didn't text me and tell me, but I was trying to read and I told him I was trying to read because I'd done a stream and it was a good stream. And there was people in the chat and stuff. So like he was there, other people. I had fun yesterday. And yeah, I guess let's see. Some people maybe it won't hurt if I go and share it, I guess, again. Because sometimes even though I've posted it, that doesn't mean someone saw it in their timeline. Because if you're not my timeline's all over the place. I follow so many different people. I don't know. It's like sometimes I see your stuff, sometimes I don't. And if I hadn't, like when I see something that I haven't watched in a while, uh, I'll uh, anyway, I lost the train of thought. Trying to make this. Subjugate said he would be by here when he got done with his thing that he's doing, and I need to try to look and see when he's. Boom. Okay. And yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what Dr. Ben, how he got. I don't know how he ended up. Don't know what his strike was about. I don't know. He believes it has to do with that whatever's going on in that drama area. I personally don't know. Trying to make this. Trying to figure out what next, where to go, how to do it. Yeah, so Art Bell, Coast to Coast, they talk about all kinds of neat stuff. And I was still trying to figure out, like this thing here, there is, now, of course, I think the battery's dead, but, from, I did a stop motion with this one time. Stop motion is pretty fun. But I'm having trouble remembering how it's got sound effects. And I was talking about this yesterday, and I promised this to somebody, and I still had not got it to them. And so I keep bringing that up. And the reason it keeps coming up is because I feel bad. It's been a good long while, and the shit should have been already shipped to him a good long time ago. But y'all don't worry about that as far as the giveaway. This was just something I had a box of stuff, and I still got all this stuff. Was getting it all ready and everything, and then my Instagram got, I ended up not being on Instagram anymore and stuff. I don't really owe y'all an explanation, but I'm kind of explaining. But I'm trying to be not anxious, I'm kind of, since it's comics group, let me see here. Give me a second. Oh, my back is hurting like hell today. You know what? Since I'm giving Kolga away, like it only stands to reason that I might ought to kind of talk about Godfo a little bit. I can pull up some information too if I need to, but main thing is I'm trying to figure out how I'm about to do this. About to try to figure this out without. Uh-oh. Okay. There we go. Maybe we can get something going over here now. Well, I sorry, I'm trying to set it up where, yeah, so I can lay something in front of the camera here. You get what I mean? Kind of in between. I'll get my issue out that's kind of worn out a little bit. Give you a little bit of, I don't know. I figured that kind of would be a good thing to do. So, which I've posted a little bit, but this is pretty nice. Hell, I ain't never figured this out until now that I'm not having any trouble now. That looks good. I was always trying to, especially I can look at the laptop. Hell yeah. Now I just read this a second time. I took it to detox with me. The only thing, as far as if you have good eyes, I don't think it'll be an issue. But at detox, I didn't think about taking the reading glasses I had. I wasn't thinking. The way this is colored, I was having the hardest time. Now in this, I could read it fairly well. And I don't need reading glasses all the time, but when it got to here, I mean, I've read a piece of it at Detox, but I ended up coming out and finishing it. And I understand what they're doing there. So it's not really a complaint other than, without I was having trouble reading the words because of the coloring behind the words. But that's to set the tone, like that's the person telling the story, which would be Kolga. So when you're reading the pink, she's talking to you, like giving you the story. Then, in the bubbles, like that's the people, the humans. This is obviously, look at that right there. Some pretty cool stuff. That's a really, I love that right there. Can y'all see? That looks, so it's not really like, it's a little graphic, some of the violence, but it language wise is tame enough. Like, someone coming into their like maybe teens or something. And it's a manga size manga. I don't know how you pronounce it, but so Kolga, Biofuel Kolga, Volume 1. That you see that. An old heretic cursed with a second life must face cult hordes, ancient witches, and God itself. A new era of the God foe universe begins now. Oh, and I figured we would look at so it all starts with this though. This is the first book of their timeline. You can see the timeline here. You'll have, I don't know what that says there, but then you got Apollon 20XX, and then all these are things they've already mapped out in stories. And then, so where Apollyon, where it begins, look how far up the timeline it is for Kolga. And if I remember correctly, this spans like I want to say this is like 1,000-year span. The timeline is, I'm not really, I know that I knew at one point. So now the Apollyon books are in black, like the black and white and the gray shades and stuff. I really dig books like that. So, I do realize that sometimes some of the people that come on the show, they keep late hours sometimes. It's like, I remember that Dr. Ben last week didn't show up till later. Like we'd already been streaming for a little while. And I got to go back and reread this and the second one. Now, the augmented people are, people. There was this metal there was something that fell and hit the earth. There was a metal that they discovered that's not from Earth. And that particular substance or metal could morph and change things. And then, so they started experimenting on animals and people, and you end up with augmented. Basically, think of it as, someone created superhumans or mutants in a way. Like they're not mutated at birth, but through the experiments, they were kind of. So each one on this team that he's collecting and getting together, because that's the guy. I can't remember his name because I haven't read it, but I read it when I first got it and another time, but I've got to reread it because you think I would have done that, right? But we're not. That's not what I'm giving away. It's just the first one. Look, it's pretty thick. The next one's a little thinner, but it's still good. Or like that's a powerful group of elites known as the Order have manipulated world events for centuries from the shadows. Now, in the near future, this order has created capital G-O-D, a machine capable of influencing the minds of the world's population. But Zero, the prime candidate for the GOD project, has escaped and rallied with him a small band of young, like-minded augments. Augments are, I don't know if I'm saying it right. Together they seek to end the order before God can be completed and the world brought to its knees. Picking up immediately after the events of Volume 1, lest we forget, follows our young augments. Augments, bloodied and bruised as they navigate the dangers of underground tunnels, hostile cities, and a deadly new foe called Switchblade. Now, I've got to start. I want to read this one again, then obviously this one again. So, but oh gosh, I do have Quaff's book. I don't know what anybody thinks about Quaff, but I noticed he was on the blacklist, Liam's list of people to whatever not follow. Maybe that's why I know. Maybe I don't know if you know about the Quaff. I like his art. Shotgun Samurai. And I'm about to flip it back. Oh, I'm trying not to be impatient. I've only been going 32 minutes. It feels like I've been doing this an hour, guys. This was one of my favorite. Now, there was only 12 issues. I don't remember how many of them I had, but I remember loving Mars. I'd found it originally at a flea market, like when I was in junior high or maybe early day of high school. But I really dug it. It leads up to World War One and Two and Three on Mars. It's kind of thousands of years in the future. And we don't have to just talk about comics, but and I've got a reader's copy of The Chair by Peter Smith. Actually, I did get a one that's not just a reader copy. I got one signed too, so that was a little bit more. Y'all know, Alterna Comics. I suggest you go check out Alterna Comics if you haven't. You'll find some good stuff over there for really good prices. We're about to, let's see here. I don't feel the need to have the overhead on anymore right now. Okay. We'll turn this around, buddy. There we go. Oh, I don't know. Am I correct? I think last week it was like I feel like last week it wasn't long after I started that people were already popping around. So, but I guess I'll just run it like I run it. It'll either be good or it'll either be not. So, and what did I say? It's about who's here, who is watching. I appreciate y'all stopping by. Now, of course, Susie said she had to go do something for the boys. Yesterday I was talking about Deepak Chopra. Guess I could pull that up again. I'm trying to think of what we could look at. I think would be cool. Hold on. I'm gonna look it up. Oh, I remember what it is. I was wanting to. I remember now. Y'all just give me a second here. I'm not trying to ignore anybody. Oh, come on now. I'll wait. I typed it. I'm trying to remember. Oh, shit. Well, I guess the easiest way I can do it is probably go to give me a second here. God dang it. There we go. And is it not up yet? Okay. I was trying to find that thing that Frederick Gumont put up. You know, the website. I thought it was up. I thought he had it up now. People were talking about going. Is it Comics Gator, I think, or something like that? But I don't know. I wasn't finding it at all. Might be so new that it's. Well, Gray Cloud, this is really going so fucking well, ain't it? Fucking no farting, no anything. You know what? Who gives a damn? If this has got to end, I'm going to at least run out to an hour. Well, we got to pick the name for the damn who wins. I'm going to try to see if if Subjugate's Comics comes in. It looks like we're just going to flip a coin. I just, you know what I mean? It's like son of a goddamn hell bitch head. Yeah, I was talking about Deepak Chopra yesterday because he is in the Epstein files, and that is somebody I didn't never really like worship. I wasn't worshiping him or nothing, but I read a couple of his books, and I shared one of his books here on the fucking channel. I cleaned all of those away yesterday. I deleted all the Way of the Wizard videos, and then yesterday I pulled up an article about him, and of course he's trying to backtrack and act like I made poor judgment. No, dude, you knew what you was saying. You knew what you was talking about. You knew what you was doing. Now, it wasn't anything criminal, but I don't want to, I'm not going to, even though I've read a couple books and I shared one of the books that I really did like, but I've talked about this already. Oh my God, there he is. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to play this out. I figured, I just said earlier, tank. I said earlier, well, I've got to, I got to play it like it's solo, man. I'm just kind of waiting to see who kind of comes around, who might come around. You know what I mean? Kind of in between, kind of lean. I'm going to make another one. I want to do
I
something
am
else.
Tank Ferret. I am Tank Ferret.
Okay, but I know you're not on the panel or anything, but last week you weren't either, and I just showed it to you. So, but we streamed last week early. I remember you showing up, and we streamed for a little while last Saturday. And man, last night I thought you were going live, and then like somehow I thought, he must not. I thought then I don't know. But then I fell asleep anyway, and I woke up this morning and saw that you were live last night. Like after you'd been on wherever it is that you were at, we were in the same chat yesterday or something last night. Like right, I can't remember. Damn, Gray Cloud. And this ain't the green. It's actually Blue Lotus, which is okay. Store bought like this ain't too good. I'm in Dadland making my signature cheddar ranch biscuits. Well, we had let me show you real quick. I'm gonna find her. You can see this on the screen, maybe. Susie. Oh no, my 3 generations of sick boys are screaming for food. Be back in a bit. So she's making food for her kids right now. Her 3 boys. So it's join the club, I guess. Glad to see you here. Mask Ramen is here or was. I don't know if he's still listening. And I kind of combined these things together at the beginning here today. Tank, I did a little editing this morning. I was getting all frustrated with stuff. I trying to do so much and just kind of in one. I don't know. Stop bitching, Gray Cloud.
Welcome to Comics Group.
Goth is just a phase, man. Just a phase. But hey, Dr. Ben's Comics gets it.
Comics Group is here to save you! Comics Group is here to save you now.
Cynic is gay.
Goth is just a phase. I'm making this outfit's fun, but come on. Total phase.
White guilt poster child. I really need Chad Clamhammer tonight.
Do y'all know Chad? He's pretty cool. I like Chad. Chad Clamhammer on X. Hey, Subjugates, yeah. And then Tank, was you here last week? Now, I am giving Kolga away. So if you want a chance to win it, if you don't have it, I don't know if you'd be interested. I just had it. I had it by phone in the overhead just a minute ago and was showing like the interior, and I kind of showed a few of my other books and stuff. Now this is my own copy, but you can kind of, I want to show you since if you're there, Tank, and Subjugate, since Subjugate and Mass Ramen both have entered, so at the moment it's looking like we're still just gonna have you two, and I'll end up. If it's just you two, I'm just gonna flip a coin. This is the wait, hold on, right there. That I thought was really cool. And I just reread it. It's a good book. The what now? What are you talking about? The what? What are you talking about? Yeah, Kolga, I was saying I'm giving that away. Not this copy, but this brand new copy. I think last week you had probably came and then had left. Because you left and then you came back in the chat. I think. At some point, I don't think you were there, and I said, if y'all want a chance, just say I'd buy that for $1 in the chat. If that's what I was trying to get people to do on X, because I wasn't promoting it as a giveaway like on the channel. I did it last week. Master Ramen was here, Subjugates was here, and Subjugates suggested, hey, why don't you tell everybody to comment on X, like post about it, tell them about it, and that you're going to pick a name on this Saturday. The hope was that maybe a few more people might show up and watch. But hey, I guess, like I got to thinking about DG calling his shit slums and everything. I was like, hell, I'm more slums than any fucking thing. Look at my fucking wall. Spray painted GC on it, motherfucker. Be quiet, Great Cloud. Hell, look at the nasty walls, like how old and painted. It's like some of that's probably smoke. I do often pop into and out of live streams. That's what I do too. Because sometimes I'm bouncing around other channels, or sometimes it's because I'm busy. I'll try to listen to something, but if I'm in, the reason you don't see me, if you see me commenting in the chat, and then I don't comment for a minute, it's probably because I got a little busy or something, but I have it in the background, or I did leave and I went and watched somebody else for a minute. Because, there's so many different people that like to stream around the same times and stuff. That's why I try to, the way I try to do mine is just, which you can't really worry about it. You can't not overlap, but, that's what I was saying. I need to make a joke about it somewhere, but I just did. So like I got to thinking the other day, I was like, because he bought he was like slumlords or something the other fucking day. Like it was kind of fun, a little bit. I didn't watch much of it on his channel, but somebody said this the other day, like about him when it comes to watching him by himself on a stream and do it. And I tried before, and sometimes it would be nothing but argument or people just debating over dumb shit, or like when he gets with other people on their show, he seems to click better. And he even said that like he's kind of not really streaming as much on his, like, he's still making videos on his channel. Oh yeah. So I'm trying to figure out what I should do here. So Subjugates is here. I don't know if Master Ramen's still here. But I don't, I'm trying to, because it ain't over till it's over, and it's not even been an hour yet. Oh no, man, you ain't got to explain nothing to me, but that's cool. See, that's what I'm usually doing. Like sometimes, like the other day, I was washing dishes or I was cooking, and I had somebody stream on, and I was watching the chat. I set the phone up in the fucking window and like could see what people were saying or not saying. It's kind of following along with somebody. Thank you, Tank. Plus, it's like some of the people that join me, man, like they keep weird odd hours. Like it was cool to see the self-destruct last week, but I don't know if he's going to remember or come around. Yeah, I don't know anybody that's necessarily like that's something that I wouldn't mind having. I can do it. I'm not bad about doing, like I know how to stream by myself, but it's the dynamics. I bounce off of people's chats as well, but when you have someone on screen with you and you're doing it like, you know, but see, like I know Destruct is kind of off and on. Like really haven't seen him much at all. Like during anyway, he. I guess I might put that out. Maybe I'll ask some. Maybe should I? Maybe I should make a tweet about it. It's rough finding a co-host. I need one as well. Yeah, like right, and you're playing games and stuff, but I watched a little, like that's why I was like, oh man, because that one day I popped in. I don't know if I popped in another time. There's been one time that I watched for a minute. I can't remember, but you're not just doing games, but uh, man, my back's killing me today. Oh, the van's rolling. Oh wait, it's been rolling. Never mind. Well, see, the thing I'm working with with Ananuki Child, we're letting it kind of organically just come together. And he hadn't really ever streamed. He's just started streaming through his YouTube thing. I don't know what he's doing right now. Like I should have sent a few links or told a few people, but it's not a biggie. Susie is supposed to be back in a little bit, but as far as I know right now, it's just Master Ramen. Oh yeah, but you're talking about like your draw stream or like so like or you talking about your projects? Like discuss like you're drawing and talking about comics or your creation that you're in front of you or the game, or hell, you might be talking about whatever, I don't know if you're like me. But yeah, I've been noticing like some draw streams are pretty fun to watch, and then some, like, I don't know if you have this opinion, but some aren't they? And they're not very fun to watch. It's like people are drawing, but they're just like maybe what they're talking, or like even if there's a couple people there, sometimes I see some where they're not really talking a lot, and then what they're talking about is kind of like anyway. I can't mention. I don't know any names. I couldn't tell you who I'm thinking of right now, but I have tried to watch some people's, and it might just be because they're having a hard time trying to just solo do it if it's by themselves. Uh, Luckily, I like to talk, so even if I'm by myself, but I get jittery and anxious because like I'm realizing it's not like I've got a big audience, but it will happen or it can happen. My second channel, like fuck, it's like at 180 something now, and I was like pulling away from it, but I've started doing some shorts this past week, and people are liking them. It's just some of the similar shit that I put on my main channel. That's why I have the little drum set too. Well, that's not why I have it, but Mike Marinette. I was supposed to call Mike this week. Supposed to call him the week before, and then we both were busy. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know anything about that. I do know that they started bombing Iran or something, but I haven't read about any of it. I haven't paid attention to any of it, or even looked at a clip of it. And but that's interesting. See, like that would be something that and like if Anna Nikki Child and I were doing Into the Gray with Anna Nikki Child already, that happened, that would be probably something that could come up as a subject. Subjugate says solo streaming is rough. How did your show go today, Subjugate? Subjugates. I got that Blue Lotus because I was like hoping it'd mellow me out a little. Proportional response. Okay. Yeah, like if I was like for instance, I was mentioning I don't think you had showed up. Yesterday I covered about Deepak Chopra, which is somebody that I've read a few of his books. A few years ago, I saw him in an interview, and when the subject of God came up, and he's supposed to be this so-called spiritual guru, and blah 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 blah. He's just like he's pretty much he don't practice what he fucking talks about or preaches, as far as. But anyway, he's in the Epstein files, and because I'd shared his book, The Way of the Wizard, at the beginning of this channel, or in the first year of the channel, when I saw Jimmy Dore, I don't know, I like Jimmy Dore. He used to be, he's kind of a traditional liberal or whatever. But my co-host bailed like usual. LOL. Oh, today. So you had to pull it on yourself or on by yourself. So, and I really don't know. Like Victoria just commented on something before I went live, so I thought, well, okay, maybe she'll catch the live because the last time Iran touched one of our boats, we sank half their navy and destroyed 3/4 of their defense platform. Okay. Well, no, I mean, I know the headlines, I know what's going on in that sense, but I don't really know. God darn it. I'm trying to find somebody's channel real quick. If I've got it in here right. There it is. But I'm probably going to find out. Okay. 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 I'm going to surprise you, I guess. I hope you don't mind. It's not like we got a ton of eyeballs on us, but I still like to do. I want to be in practice. So there's Subjugates Comics. Subjugates. I don't know if I'm fucking saying it right, but there you go. There's the description. Take place after. Okay. Oh, cool. Well, that's really that's part of a. I forgot about that. What I was trying to do is, which you can do it too, but I want to share the link. I mean, I don't know, dude. It's good for me to be in practice so that. And what do you got here? I don't know. Now, did I mute it? Is that music copyrighted or anything? Oh, okay. Well, it's like I'm trying to, what is it? It doesn't matter. Just play it. This looks really cool, though. Okay. Let me hold on. Is the trailer okay, hold on. Short. Oh, okay. Yeah, aren't you doing like I was thinking that you talked about something with these cards. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, lore card. Okay. I remember at some point, send me a Google Drive link with your trailer. I need to put together some ad spots for my streaming breaks. That's cool. That wasn't the trailer though, right? Subjugates. What do I or what am I doing? Am I missing it? That's what I'm asking. Is it what's this? Current progress. Is that okay, never mind. Yeah, those were AI concept lore cards I came up with. Yeah, okay. But was that the trailer? I know it says Sky the script. Wait. Teaser for subject. Okay. I like what I'm seeing though. But I was happy I was able to back okay, let's back out of here. So if anybody happens to catch, but it is good for me to be in practice for this because my intention is to keep on going, keep treading forward, and at some point, if you build it, they will come. I mean, not everybody has like it's a nice day, depending on where you're at. There might be okay, nope, that was the trailer. Okay, cool. And then of course you got some live streams and okay. So now I'm back. I'm sure y'all were so, you know, right about at an hour. I'm at an hour by myself. So I don't know if I need to wait any longer. Like it's kind of like right, Gray Cloud. Don't get discouraged. It is what it is, right? You know, and hell, they they don't all have to be a marathon. That's what I said yesterday, and then I ended up being on there for 2 hours. But it was a very good back and forth from me and the chat. Nobody ever like I was told like there was one guy gonna come on. He's been on before, Kit Bastard, but I think he ended up having to rearrange and do something with his freezer or refrigerator or something there. And then you had Anunnaki Child in the chat. Who else? I don't know. There was several people there throughout. I mean, several for me. I don't remember. I know there was a decent amount of people watching. James Gannon came in, which is a friend. James Gannon. He didn't come on, but he came in. was you were there yesterday too, because you told me about you'd come by today. So Mass Ramen, I think he left. I don't know if he's still there. So we're gonna and I didn't make any rule that you had to be here to win it. Like if someone had commented on the damn thing on X, I'd buy that for $1. I would have probably put them in and they would have got picked from, but even if they had not been here. But I'm trying to figure out, do I wait till the end or just go ahead? Because, you know, I didn't give it much heads up. I've been talking about it. I've had the new copy for a month or longer, or actually a good while, a little bit longer, because I got it like last month, and then I went to detox. Like I got it sometime in the month before, and then I went to detox right in February. So, yeah, I'm trying to figure out if I should, you know, my objective was, to see. Yeah, I guess nobody's. Uh, there's a lot of people that I associate with that I think they stay up late at night and then they might sleep late into the day. I know Rev Self Destruct kind of keeps that kind of schedule a lot. I know last week he said he almost like he had to like remember, like I don't remember. He woke up and it was almost time, and I didn't send him a link, but I haven't heard from him or talked to him. So, uh, oh hey David, how you doing today, man? David, I'm giving this away. I don't know if you. I'm trying to remember. Oh, my back is killing me. Oh, oh, yeah. I'm having like. Anyway, I am. We've been hanging out. It's been me by myself. Probably. I don't know. I'm gonna hang out for a little while longer. Sometimes these can go a couple hours, but like we were talking about earlier, sometimes streaming by yourself can be a little bit like learning, and then also if a lot of it has to do with how many people's watching, how many not how many people are watching, but who if you got interaction in the chat. When I see that people are watching and they're not doing well, got out and enjoyed the great weather we were having today in Colorado. Okay, cool, awesome. What is it I'm trying to do here? Oh my goodness gracious, goodness. Yeah, no, that was yesterday. Actually, I ain't gonna replace it. I'm gonna go take care of your back. What am I supposed to do about it? Stand up, maybe? I don't know. Which I could. And let's see here. So, David, you had a good day, or it sounds like. Oh gosh. I mean, there's not much I can do. It's like it's kind of like I think that because the fluid had went down right after detox. So when I saw the general surgeon, but she's supposed to cut it out again out of my back when I do the endoscopy and the colonoscopy, and I'll be put under. She's gonna go ahead and cut that and out. But I know I said this earlier. I don't want to sound gross, but like I didn't. I remember going all day yesterday, and I had not had a bowel movement, and it was so. I at some point I realized that I was a little constipated, but then I did have one last night, and then not really anything else. But then this morning it was like, and like I looked up how that can also affect. So I already have back issues anyway, and there's a cyst there. It's not filled with a bunch of fluid, and I think maybe this pain is coming. It might be trying to, it might be starting to fill up again. Like, you know what I mean? I'll know March 13th when I go for the procedure, so I'm going to be monitoring to see if there's any kind of growth back there, like leading up to before going to detox. It was kind of like a lump on my back, like but like when you looked at it in the mirror, it looked like imagine that's your back, and you could see, like that, so that's like your back, and well, shit, I don't know. You get the point. So, David, David. It is going pretty good today. Hey, thanks, man. So I might just go ahead and I might wrap this up, and then I can do another live later if I wanted to. Subjugates, you're always welcome to join if you ever wanted to join, and like we could, you know, uh, I need to try to look at what time it is. You said you're doing one. You usually do one around the same time. I kind of ended up going a little later today. Well, I set it for 1:30, and then I reset it for 1:51, which is an odd thing. So I guess if David's there, what I was saying, are you interested in comics? I can't remember. If, man, I have a hard time. There's a lot of people that sometimes subscribe to the channel and are occasionally pop into chats, or occasionally I see them in comments. But like when you don't, if it's not someone that's you don't see their name all the time, you don't remember a lot sometimes. But trying to show off the artwork. This is a manga size. And if you were interested in it, all you would have to say in the chat would be, "I'd buy that for $1," and that's what we did last week. But so Subjugates Comics and Mass Ramen are the two that we have going. Let me find a coin because I need a coin. I need a coin to flip for this because I figured I've been here long enough. And we tried Subjugates. I don't know. Man, my side's hurting like crazy anyway. Uh, uh, oh, uh, oh. Now, I don't know if this is fair or not. I just figured flipping a coin works just as well, but then if Mass Ramen ain't here, but if there's one side here, shouldn't that one side be able to tell me what they want to pick? And then we flip it, and if the other side gets it, what I was going to do. Now, I don't know. Or I can just write each of your names. But, I mean, there's only two to pick from, so it's kind of like it's just as simple as a flip of the coin. So I'm going to wait a second. I'm trying to see. God darn it. I don't know what Tank was mean. Like, I don't really know what I could do to really do anything about my back. I don't have anything to really take. Well, I mean, I've got some gabapentin, but that's really for my neuropathy. It does help some, but it also can cause swelling in your feet, which I don't think I've ever had, but I have enough problems with my feet anyway. You're right, man. Like, especially when you go live and you don't have anybody come in with you, or already have someone set like there that's going to be your co-host or start off the show. It can be, I'm also cool if you want to wait till you get like 5 people or something. No, I've been wanting to just It ain't about like you know what I'm saying. You two entered last week. I figured that's who was. I can't fault anybody. It's not like I mean I have a wide range of viewership. It's not all comic books, but you've probably been in a chat at some point and seen that there's other people that maybe they're not familiar with what we're talking about necessarily, but they're still there and they enjoy seeing the people talk about their books, us showing the art, just having those conversations sometimes is interesting to people, even if they don't know a lot about it. So I'm just trying to figure out, does it seem fair if Master Ramen's not here to like I'm trying to figure out how to do this. So here's a story. So I figured what I'd do is just well no. I need to flip it, don't it? So like if we called heads or tails, well I'm not saying call yet, but like if you'd called what is that? If you'd called heads, that's what you would have got. So that's the idea behind it. Who's here? Okay. Well, it seems weird to me, like writing each of your names down right now. Like writing each of your names down and then putting them in a. It don't. So you're gonna call tails. So then I'll just try to clip this out and that I can show that's what I did, and I'll just message Master Ramen if depending on who. So let's do it. Like he don't have to be here for like even if I was picking between your two names. So you see that. Let's show everybody. This is not a one like a double. This is a head. It does have a head on it. Well, that sounds kind of kind of funky. And there's your tail. So and tails, I believe it flipped enough, didn't it? I'm going to go with it. I mean, that's kind of the way it goes. You saw me flip it. Like you saw me flick it. It kind of flipped and went, but I followed it quickly back over here. So, yeah, just hit me up on X. Like, you know what I mean? So you got tails. It won. Or you won. I said it won. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, Master Ramen was here earlier, and I told him it looked like it was between you two. It just didn't make sense. Like, it would have been like, even if there was 5 people, I probably still wouldn't have spun a wheel unless somebody else was on here with me and they could pull a wheel up and we share their screen. Because, like, the thing that Elliot gave me the information for, I went to that site and I don't know. I didn't feel like making a fucking. I don't know if I have to, but it seemed like I had to make an account in order to like get to the wheel that I wanted. And I thought, now, if you ever see Gray Cloud streaming to more than 5 or 6 people at a fucking time, well, like there has been times there's been like, there was some times that I had some pretty good eyeballs on me when I was first starting and just going straight through YouTube. And I was like doing these streams where like that day I would have gone out and walked to town. Some days I had money when I left. Some days I didn't have money, but I would go to town and might have these goals in my head. Okay, I want to get enough to get a couple of J's, joints or whatever. spliffs. And then if I was drinking, I was usually probably trying to hustle up enough for a bottle. Or sometimes there were things I really needed. But so I'd videotape periods of the day when I was over. I'd make it to town. Sometimes I'd get picked up and get a ride. And most of the time I would get a ride back at some point later in the day. Once I hit a goal, got what I was looking for or what I was trying to get, whether it be dog food or a few groceries, I always had a mindset in my head. And then like sometimes I'd be paid, and I'd just have money and I'd go because I'd get bored. When I'd come in the evening, I'd set up and get things going, and I'd come in, take care of stuff. And like anywhere between 7 and 8 o'clock in the evening, I would be going live, and I was doing some like crazy lot. One time, I need to go pull that up and clip it, or make a short out of it. It's a live stream I did like early on, but it was in the evening, and I had one of those cysts on my back, and it had been built up with fluid. It was busted, like it was leaking, and I remember getting up like this, like I was like, I did this and I like showed my back. Like, I don't know if you can, like, hold on. You see that scar there? Or hold on. Right there. Yeah. That's, I think that's probably part of the problem there too. That's going on today. I don't know why, but it is. So I was like showing that in that stream, and it was like full of like fluid. And I believe at that point it was already, I want to say it was black, like it already had a hole in it. It either busted or I had it lanced. And I did something and it just shit just came all out of it, man. And there was quite a few people watching that night. I remember one time like 30 something people being there. So I don't, but I was kind of coming in and getting high on camera, which I do anyway. But I think I was drinking at the time, and I was just kind of like, and people were like liking, and I really don't want to, just because I might smoke a little herb doesn't mean. So yeah, Subject Ace Comics is the winner of this Kolga. And what I'll try to do is you can DM me. And these, I was showing, I don't know if you're familiar with it, but I was showing the beginning of the Godfo universe. The first book would be Apollyon 20XX, which I need to go back and make a new. I did a voiceover, and last year I was calling it Apollon, and I don't know why I was calling it Apollon, but I thought they had just spelled Apollon like weird or something, and I didn't really know. So that's really sounded like a dumbass thing. But that's the second book. It's not as thick as the first. And these are not in color and stuff. Just to kind of. But I really think there's a good. Let me see if you can see that better. So you still get I like black and white and like the gray stuff too, This is pretty cool. What did you say? Yeah, I came into you talking about that. That looks sweet, right up my alley. Yeah, I was. So what I was getting at is, and I think I was showing the timeline because in Kolga you'll have a timeline at the beginning of the book, just like these do. Like showing you where it starts with Apollyon. And not everything that's on here is out yet. So they've done the Apollyon books and the Kolga books. And then if you go to their website, you'll find a lot of extra stuff on their website. The reason I'm talking about it is you can order these still and get them, obviously, I mean, that's how I got Kolga Volume 1. Because, I'm waiting on Volume 2. They estimated that it should be out next month, but, it could be a delay. So what I'm getting at is when you get this copy and you read it, if you enjoy it, you might want to go check out their those books because I dig it. It's really setting up the whole timeline when you start off with those books. But Kolga, you can come into and read it and be. You don't have to. You kind of. I see where it's like you could come to Kolga and not have any clue about because it's in the future and they at some point I see where probably volume 2 is probably gonna. But there's reference to the past. There's reference to what went on. They're like Kolga as she's telling her story, uh, like in the pink or the light, like peach looking color. That's her talking, like kind of narrating and then you got the bubbles and so you. I like Josh Adams' artwork. I really dig his artwork. Oh, and I have so I backed Charlie's book. I'm excited about that. Tommy's and everything. Really excited about that. I did the $20 tier. I think I guess I get a file of the big magazine that he's working on or something like that. Yeah, like I'm like uh I've been working on a story for a long time in my head and I've got some shit written down, but I mean, I've talked about it before and I'm really bad about there's so much going on in life itself if I could try to even if I don't end up writing it, if I can just help get somebody like I already have somebody that is willing to work with me on I need to get some things on file and send it over to him. Let him read what I've got as far as the layout of the beginning of the timeline and character names and the few little snippets of pieces that are kind of like but like I'd be willing I just need to do more world building because I want to create I'm old. I'm getting old, and I want to see something creative that maybe I've been part of, uh, other than just YouTube, which I've been part of other things too. I do, I pull the drums up sometimes and play the drums, and I played music in a band back in the '90s, and you know, it's not all like I'm not trying to be down. Yeah, deep lore is what I'm all about. Yeah, it's like the Wheel Studios. He was on Reverend's live stream this past week, and I was there for a little while. I went on, and Will was like talking about One Piece, and like I don't know a lot about One Piece, but I did try. Like I just knew what it was. I know what it is. I know it's really popular. He obviously he loves it, and he wanted to talk about it, and that's all. Like he was like really like he was kind of giving me. I needed just kind of a short. Just give me a generalization of the thing. Like I tried watching a few of the anime at one point because I like anime, but I really didn't know what was going on, and I was probably drug induced, messed up at the time. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go and look at some of your, which I see that your streams are kind of like I think every 2 weeks if I'm right, or am I wrong, or do you just do it? I was looking at the thing. I've looked at that before. Anyway, I can look at it after this. Hell, I've been talking. I said I was going to end it about 20 minutes ago, and but I think we did pretty good. It's not always going to be as entertaining as last week was a lot of fun. Yeah, there was 3 other people with me on panel throughout the whole stream. I didn't keep up with how many people total was in chat from the beginning of the stream to the end, but it was all over the place. There was consistency in the chat. Same with today, even though there's been just a few people. And my buddy Ananuki, when he went live yesterday, I didn't know it. And it's like he's just kind of trying it and trying to figure it out through his phone on the YouTube app. And I rewatched it. It was only like 30 minutes, but it was cool. He was showing his property and stuff. Matter of fact, while I'm talking about him, why don't I look up something? And then after this, we'll end it. I'm not going to look at the whole thing, but so let's do this real quick. I might as well. So I commented, I was telling him, I texted him, I was still not finished with the live stream, like the rewatch. He had just ended. Oh, okay. Well, we can, well, what do y'all, did you call it off topic or something? I'm going to look at that again real quick before I show you Ananuki yesterday. So, off topic, number 12, off topic. That's pretty cool because I don't know if you've ever watched the off topic channel, Matt. I really like Matt. He covers a lot of news and a lot of things like going on. So, off topic. Oh, okay. Streamed 3 days ago. So is off topic different than the Saturday show? I'm assuming that's different. Off topic 13 days ago. Maybe I'm wrong. You can tell me. So I see you had Will on. Yeah, and I wasn't seeing anything, but Will was like really like going into way all this detail from like the beginning of one. And it's like when you don't know a lot about something, it's like it's better like, if you're really trying to get somebody to maybe try something out. Just give a good generalization. Give like the basics of the story. Present, let them know because like you can bog somebody down trying to just like tell them everything about it. And I can understand if you love a property. Yeah, let me show you off top. Now, what do y'all do? Do y'all just talk about comics? I see. I'm assuming off topic means you're willing. You can talk about anything that you. I'm going to share a little bit of that if you don't care. I just want to kind of like, it would stand to reason.
You're talking. So. But yeah, fucking, what is up, boys?
Chilling. How are you guys' projects doing, man? I saw your stuff too, Cody. It's good, man. Everybody's got some good stuff going.
Fuck yeah. So I figured why fire up a live stream as I was talking about each other's shit. I was gonna catch Ben stream the other day, but I think you weren't able to hop on there. Was that
my internet went out.
Like a first 10 page, but that's when I got a lot of feedback from that, right?
Yeah.
Let me see.
This one's in the gun. Here's my plan. Here's my initial plan with this is that I start funding Revenant Steel, but I work on the Amalganoid, and it's like a secret, like special thing where if I hit 50 grand, there'll be a free additional comic book included. And don't tell anybody.
That's cool. Like so this must be what he's talking about. Like I'm not gonna. Okay, you kind of do it like me too. Yeah. So, but Matt from the Off Topic Show, matter of fact, shout out to him. Like he's a bigger channel, or it is to me. He always calls it small, and I think why is he calling it small? But there's Off Topic Show, and explore the vibrant universe of Off Topic Show where creativity meets innovation since 2001. Yeah, he's been doing YouTube since he's been doing shit since whenever it first started. I don't know. Matt has been pushing the boundaries of content creation from mind-bending videos to the game-changing Off Topic Show podcast in 2022. The show offers a unique global perspective, amassing over 100 million views. Join the tribe for an experience that's both transformative and electrifying. He's really funny, man. He covers, yeah, I saw like there was nothing wrong. I was just saying I thought it was cool that you're calling it because but I'm supposed to be getting a shirt. Like I haven't checked the tracking or anything. I don't know. He DM'd me the other day. Oh, is your channel called? Hold on a minute. What do you mean? You don't have to.
Here's my plan. Here's my initial plan with this is that
your channel
I start funding Revenant Steel, but I work on the.
I don't think it matters. I don't like you know. unless it matters to you. Like you said, you just don't. I wasn't showing you. I just thought it was cool. I see what you're saying. So off topic, like you might be talking about books on one stream, and then you might end up talking about, like you said, whatever you want. It might go from comic books. You might talk like I'm not a gamer, but I'm assuming you might be in that type of thing. But I shouldn't assume things about people. Let's see. Let me take this a little bit further. I want to see some more stuff too. Is this
something out of Photoshop? Not saying that it is, but it does these clouds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the colorist job.
Give it just a little depth, and you're good.
The colorist will probably do that, add the color and everything. And
Yeah.
That's the hardest
Yeah, I
thing
guess
for
they'll
me
just
with this whole process.
dabble it
is,
in.
like, I don't know who's really responsible for what. Like this
Usually
guy, I feel
colorist,
like
he'll do stuff.
I was gonna say Matt's like, if you like people that do commentary on current things going on in the news and all that kind of stuff, he's really entertaining. And if you catch him live, like when he's just doing a casual live, sometimes it's just like because he lives over in Italy. He's from California, but he lives in Italy or Sicily or somewhere like that. So the time's different. Sometimes he'll be like streaming in the middle, like it'll be like early morning for me, but it's like already daylight and stuff. He just get on there and fuck around with people, and then he just makes up really like clickbaitish, like to piss people off and like troll people. He'll like just make up silly titles like Trump, did this or so and so did that, and it's not even. I don't know. It's funny. Anyway. So is this Scribe's book? Well, I'm just letting you know he's a good dude. He's to have 200, I think 50,000 subscribers and have been doing it as long as he has, and he'll sometimes show the older videos from way back when he was having he got to do some, like at some point he did some kind of show where he interviewed like some pretty big bands and shit.
Yeah, they do the like the detail and the actual colors and stuff. So I'm assuming this guy. He said he's done comic book work before. Nothing's just seen the light of day.
But
age like the dudes, because you have to develop a rivalry.
Okay,
or something.
Which
if it's two dudes against
that
each other,
your,
or if it's a dude and whoever's running the event.
So they're giving you advice on your book, right? Is what it sounded like then. Am I correct? So that's what I was thinking. So that was yours. And then are we still talking about that's cool.
And like gladiator style. So like sometimes the crowd basically determines whether the person dies or not. So it's like
I like that.
Yeah. So the augmented betrayal is going to be like mainly just storytelling. It's going to be heavily like lore building. The purpose of it is to kind of like open up my world so I can just start telling multiple stories, because I've got 6 spinoff planned right now. And
this
it's like
is fun though. This is
I've got a lot going on. I kind of just need to find a way to simplify it all a little bit.
Yeah, like drag it down into like so like the gladiator story. Do you have a story for that, or just like an overall concept of what you want to do?
Sorry, I'm just
clean. Like you could also get graphic. It's
that's what I really like about it too. It's like it gives you almost that Saturday morning cartoon vibe, but like
let me get a lot.
It's Jackie Chan Adventures
plus. I'm gonna have to go back and watch.
I like those ships. Yeah, this could do really well, man. You get the.
But sometimes time catches up with us. Sometimes it's like, okay, we did pretty good, man. So you won the Kolga. I'm excited. I was excited to watch and share your channel. And like I said, so when I was talking about Matt from the Off Topic show. I've been following. Let's see, when did he? So last year was 25. I must have started following him in 24 sometime, because leading up to my birthday in 24, right around that time, I don't know if it was the day of my birthday or whatever. I'm born December 30th. Like, because he hooked me up, man. Like, he sent me $20, man. I was all bummed out because my paycheck hadn't came in. It was my birthday or something. I don't remember. I just remember, like, being like, man, like, if I had a little bit of money, I'd get a pizza over here. And, like, he hooked me up. But like I've been in his chats before. I'm mod. I can't like he pops up at like when I'm in a sleep phase where I'm staying up all night. I'll be there when he goes live sometimes. And but a lot of times I'm have a schedule now where like I'm going down pretty early. I'm sleeping more during the night, and then I'm starting the day anywhere between 6 and 7, like starting it. But that I'll already be up about 5 o'clock. I know daylight is not far off and stuff like that. So, but yeah, man, I appreciate you stopping by. I think what I'm going to do is it is 3:24. I think. Yeah, I think it'd be good to get off here. You know, it'd been different if some people popped up, but you know, maybe we could talk about uh, let me just keep doing some things. I want to I want to get it to where hopefully we can get to where there are enough. You know, like I see people streaming all the time and only one or two people, and every time they stream now, but they still just keep doing it. And they got some pretty good production. They're promoting books and all this. But somebody told me once, don't worry so much about how many people. Okay, that's what I was wondering. I was going to say, if you do a show next week and, you know, when you're done with your show and you want to pop over, that'd be cool. I was going to talk to you a little bit about that, like, because it seems like, anyway, I'm about to end this, and we'll catch up. You send the info, and then we'll discuss moving into the week about it. Doesn't have to be anything formal, but as I build this, you know, eventually once, hopefully the idea, because consistency is the key, is from what I understand. So if I can show up every Saturday, whether there's 2 people, whether there's 6 people, whether there's 10 people, even if there's nobody, do the show. If there's nobody watching, do the show and try to just make something happen. You know, I guess it would help if I think about ideas and stuff. But so have a good day, man. I need to get off here too, because get up, stretch my back, walk around for a little bit, take something for my back. So everybody, appreciate anybody that did stop by, and we'll end it.
Welcome to Comics Group.
Goth is just a phase, man. Just a phase. But hey, Dr. Ben's Comics gets it.
Comics Group is here to save you! Comics Group is here to save you now.
Cynic is gay.
Goth is just a phase. I'm making this outfit's fun, but come on. Total phase.
White guilt poster child. I really need Chad Clamhammer tonight.